I am angry. I am not ashamed. I am furious. I am inflamed. They have poured water over our bonfires and moved the source of our heat to hearths, kitchens, parlours, now replaced by the electric heater, the gas meter, the oven. But I feel it still. The licking caress, the burning, the spitting, the orange fierceness. So many women died in fire, innocent but accused, tied to stake, feet in pyre, and they melted as flame abused, peeling, bubbling. Bubbling to my surface is something more than curses. I had to stop feeling for a while, because all I felt was rage at the cruel and the vile things written page after page. All the women who died in flame and in smoke, our bodies writhed, our intellect a joke. Why, oh why, are our bodies a source of man's pleasure, his lust, until his fancies run its course, by which point we are thrust, our feds out of homes, like dirty tissues, discarded alone, when at first it's all misuse and they give you no peace, and then they misuse you, kick you into the streets, literally kick you, harm you, hit until you bleed, manipulate through the mind till you do as they please. Cards, cars, money and women, our bodies, commodities, advertising and slogans. Women draped over men in posters, women with their mouths open on the front of magazines, women's legs parted whilst James reloads his magazine, women slowly sucking lollipops, doe-eyed looking up, women wearing off-the-shoulder, strapless, backless, high-heel, peep-toe, miniskirt, low-cut, men in full suits, their face and hands the only flesh on show. Men in the street, cheer up, love. Men in schoolrooms, boys will be boys. Men in courtrooms, it's the rest of his life. Men being forgiven. He made a mistake. A mistake is a spelling error, not rape. What about the rest of her life? We whisper when we should shout. We scream, but no words come out. Plotted, premeditative, slipping sedative, tearing tops off, branding our bodies forever fucking terrified, too frightened even to venture outside. Why don't you listen when we say no? Every woman has a rape story, whether her friends or her own. Why do drug dealers get more time? That's not the setup of a joke. There is no punchline. How often do you think he thinks about what he did? How often do you think he thinks about it for kicks? How often do you think he thinks of it with remorse? How often do you think he thinks not of it at all? How often does it press play in her mind only to rewind and hit play again and never eject because the tape was corrupted? So yes, I am angry, but anger seems too small to satisfy my means. Passion is better. Fury getting there. They've trampled us, laughed at us, taken our bodies. They've hated us, made us global figures in literature to spread mistrust, built religions on us, flattening us, belittling us, calling us names. Lilith, Pandora, Eve, they're all the same, created for the creation, for the influences of nations, to remind, to persuade them that we are evil. Burnt, forgotten, violated, begotten, told our brains are rotten that we should be grateful for this horrendous herstory which we've barely and rarely been scarcely able to record in our own words, or else have been burnt for fear of taunt, some bad reputation brought about by the station of a blue stocking ripe for mocking because she wanted learning for her own earning, and instead her family and all society claimed lunacy and gave her a hysterectomy. I am angry. I am not ashamed. I am a bad feminist. I am a misandrist. I am scalding fire and fevered flame. I am biting sparks and I lay blame, and I will not apologise.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But whose lens do you see out of? Probably the view from the white male oppressor. the opinions that man has created to make you feel lesser than them. Those ideals are constantly being updated, outdated. From big lips to small hips to big tits. Have a thigh gap, they say. Please, put your body on display, but only in a way that's digestible to me. Wait, don't put your ass away. Yet out of dust you were created, molded like clay, now put on display. A masterpiece entirely unique. With such delicacy and precision, you have been made into a vision. But somehow you've decided to throw it all away. Because at the end of the day, you tally up the number on the scale, questioning how much you weigh. Waiting for validation from people who will never stay. Their opinions can't sustain you, nor can the harsh words you tell yourself. Rise up, sister, and pick up your sword. Your beauty is not defined by the opinions of others. Rather, it is defined by how you choose to see yourself. Your strength and dignity is clothed in your ability to say no. Like a flower you bloom, at your own pace, on your own stage, giving room to those around you to bloom as well. You are brave, beautiful, and bold. Your value is not defined by a compliment from any man. So take a stand and reclaim your life back into your own hands.
Women are weak. Women who lose less than 16 tablespoons of blood, and some that don't lose any at all. Whose feeble bodies push out babies, and some that don't even try. Women who tear each other down just to bring themselves up. Women too afraid of the dark who walk in groups and shout, "Text me when you get back home safe, alright?" I can't even go to the bathroom alone. Women who post pictures of themselves feeling beautiful and get flustered when told they are not. Women too weak to leave their abusive partners. Only 2 women a week are killed by them. Women who push against invisible walls and ceilings and still have not broken through them. Who shout their opinions so deafening it even hurts women's ears. Women who could start a war in 10 seconds from a hot flash. Women who speak on girls' rights to learn and still live with a bullet in their head. Women who, with diamonds at the meeting of their thighs, who whimper and whine when it gets stolen from them. Who decide to become pregnant and run marathons and win tennis tournaments. Women who couldn't keep quiet about sexual assault and screamed, "Time's up, wise up." How dare a young, impressionable girl not go to school, but travel the world to get her opinion across? Women who fought against a virus for their country and won, and the next day danced in the streets with pride. And a woman who wished she could do all of this. And yet, women are weak. that never stopped us.
I am mystery. I am myth. I am dead, but I am alive. You know me, but do you really know me? What am I? I am the undisputed, the original, the lesser understood and the rarely heard AFB. I am angry. I am feminist. And some may call me that bitch. I don't want to be looked at. See me. I want you to meet my eyes because if looks could kill, is that why I must avert my gaze? Do my Ophidian locks offend you and your small dick energy? Do you fear my anger because now you won't fuck me? My hair is my weapon, my rage. A serpent's bite, strangulation by tresses, smothered by my abundance overnight. What if my hair were kind and spoke in soft tones? What if it were edible, gelatinous and sweet? Would I be palatable then? Would you listen because I'm good enough to eat? I am not a monstrous murderess. You fear your man-made demon. For my cheek is soft and my body is lithe, and you have filled my story with lies. We, a den of women, are valid and righteous. Though I am slain through many bodies, I thrive. We are bitches and witches and harridans who will survive. Your words cannot kill me. You still want me, taste me, consume me. But rather than melting in your mouth, I burn. Burn through your tongue. So, next time our hero waxes lyrical of crazy bygone lovers and monstrous women of word, ask, what the fuck did you do to her?
You want her to be small. Not because she is too big, but because you want her to fit. Fit in. Fit in the space you've set aside for her. You covet her. Her softness and her curves. Wanting her. Wanting her to be exactly what you choose. You lean on her, and she bears it. The weight of you as you use her. Then leave. Leave her behind. Her femininity is a transgression, a sin. You punish her. punish her. Until what's left fits inside your hands. So she believes that she is small, and she forgets. She forgets that she is big, broad as an ocean, wide as the sky.
Click to speak. My little box turns yellow. I speak out. Shit. Was I being a bitch? He twitched as if I was a witch. No, I had to say something was important, but fuck, I don't want my other classmates to think I was being a bitch. But why do I think like this? Am I taking the piss? I sit there and flicker through all the times this has happened like a movie in my mind. It's too many films playing. I remember at high school speaking up, challenging someone else's viewpoints, with classes being a bitch, outspoken, sassy, or thinking he's smarter than everyone else. The magazines were fed full of women bashing other women for being too big, too small, too loud, or having too many boyfriends. The age-old warning we get, don't have sex on your first date, you're a slut if you do that. Or joining in the bashing of other women in the workplace. Oh, she must have slept her way to the top. Instead of maybe, just maybe, she was the smartest one in the room. And when a rape case is read out, the first thing that's out of the defendant's mouth was, what was she wearing? And the fact that the defendant could use rough sex as an appeal is an alien idea for me. And the age-old catchphrase, boys will be boys, is like nails on a chalkboard. The banter with the lads at the pub as a woman walks past, oh, she's got a good rack, look at her ass, and I just laugh and go along because I don't want to be seen as a feminist, or God forbid, a snowflake. When did becoming each other's cheerleaders for race, sexuality, equal, gender, become associated with being a snowflake? Wait. Concentrate, that was a daydream. I look back at my screen and I apologise. I apologise for speaking out about the matter. Then a fellow male peer says the exact same thing as me and it's celebrated. I sit back ready to explode, but I put a cap on it like a fizzed up bottle of Coke. I smile and nod like a good little girl. I say goodbye to everyone with that cheery voice at the end of a Zoom call. Leave. And in that moment of being all alone, I get a pit in my stomach for being so passive. I vow to never let that happen again. And if that makes me a snowflake, then great. I'll wear it with pride. Because to me, a snowflake means you really care and want change. And change scares people.
I am so used to shrinking myself, to thinking that taking up a small amount of room is worse than taking up no room at all, to actively encouraging my own disappearance from your eye line, to fighting the urge to apologise for my presence with pleasantries and haste because this is your space and your society. Who are we if not a reflection of the world in which we live? For me, that's a refraction, a distortion, painted brighter than the truth, an untruth. Well, I will no longer clench my jaw. I am here to say that today, just as before, my voice is loud in a myriad of ways. It will remain soft to your ears, but harsh to your ideals. My ability to feel will not be yielded by larger presences and louder voices. From today, no one person will have right of way. From today, I will not unbloom. If this is a two-way street, there is enough room for us all, and I should not have to feel small. Listen up. It's time you heard the truth, warts and all. We are women. We are full of intelligence and rage and power and beauty and so much more. So, no more shrinking. No more pleasantries. I will not be answered for. I am a woman, and I am a war.
I think, therefore I am. I breathe, therefore I grow. All around me I see women warriors, women heroes, inspirational women, strong women, outgrowing the barriers society set for them. We cannot be contained, nor confined to a box. A woman is not defined by the ability to grow a smaller version of herself inside. Own your non-maternal instincts with pride, for you can grow so tall without ever bearing a child. Growing up in a body type that feels foreign must be so hard. I'm so sorry that you had to go through a portion or maybe even all of your life feeling so incredibly jarred. You are a woman, whether you grew your breasts yourself or not. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like an afterthought. I think, therefore I am. I have roots, therefore I grow. Plants are growing all the time, but it doesn't look that way to the naked eye. We're still growing when we're not moving, soaring high into the sky. Personal growth is not always witnessed, even when we fly. Don't be afraid to blossom shine, like a magnolia in its blushing pink. These are perhaps one of the finest beauties, and far from shrink into the background. There is such space for these wondrous sisters amongst us. But as a community of women, we still need to make a fuss and discuss what we as a society are getting right and wrong. We are all capable of growth, and it's how we grow that defines who we are and where we belong. Feel free also to bloom loudly, not to apologise, and do so proudly. Be whatever the fuck you want. Fierce, bold, timid, nonchalant. I think, therefore I am. I develop, therefore I grow. Why is hair that is so sought after on our eyelashes, eyebrows and heads so quick to be resented on our legs and our private parts? We aren't the sum of the hair that we grow, but the stories we tell or our contribution to the arts. Although there may be those who try to put your fire out, you will rise and grow far above them. There are no limits to what you'll become. Damage to the pituitary gland may create growth deficiency, but this has no effect on your beauty, and you decide how powerful you choose to be. There's power in your own beliefs, and that which makes you outspoken or difficult. I think, therefore I am. I disagree, therefore I grow. You say you want to compromise, right? But only if it works for you. Well, I'm a motherfucking woman, and I have motherfucking opinions too. Yes, I am angry. Yes, I am emotional. Yes, I continue to grow and grow. Just watch me while I go and grow. Sorry if I didn't get the memo about not crying for the sake of stereotypes, but you only give a shit about my opinions if my growth spurt went to my pipes, which incidentally mine didn't. But growth is a long distance race, not a sprint. I think, therefore I am. I am imperfect, therefore I grow. We might not get it right today or tomorrow. We love in all the different colours and shades of a rainbow. I am not completely in the know. I learn slow, so bear with me. But the point is, I want to learn, as we all should, to set ourselves free. I learned that while a man is called self-assured and assertive, I'm called bossy, and I can't say that doesn't make me nervous. I also learned the sad facts that some women dumb themselves down as to not let men feel threatened. It's a sad state of affairs when we have to lessen our intelligence in order to be beckoned. I learned to paint makeup on my face just to feel okay, and it only grows in depth with each passing day. My self-confidence and makeup grow outwards the same way. I learned to grow up believing it is correct to hold a negative image of myself inside. Shouldn't we be able to own our own image with pride? I think, therefore I am. I survive, therefore I evolve. Childbirth, unequal rights, catcalling, rape, media expectations contrived, less appreciation, lower pay, hormonal changes. These are only a few of the ordeals we have survived. I survive, therefore I thrive.